Hello. Hattie, we're live. Hello. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Hattie. Hi, everyone. Hattie is ready. How are you guys doing? Everyone ready to go? You guys are worried about me. Join the club. No, I'm fine. I'm fine. How are you doing? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Hi. Hattie, you need to get your face into, yeah. Camera's up there. Find your light. Work the camera. Come on, Hattie. Hello, everyone. Hi, guys. It's so good to see you here and see. Yay, it's Gertie o'clock. Very Dorothy today. I know. I tried something new, guys. You can't be bothered. I missed you guys too. Melicia's here and she still has a little wrench next to her name. Okay, so I'll probably just go ahead and make a bunch of you moderators. So I know Marin, you volunteered, and maybe a couple others who are like around more. No, I did not do that right. Okay, Marin, I think you should have a little blue wrench now too. So yeah. So because we have been getting some trolls. So hi everyone. Welcome to my living room and welcome to Monday. Yes, Marin, you have the power. Look, you've got the wrench. Ah, yes. Okay, so you and Melicia are on troll duty today. Keep the degenerates and ruffians out, please. So hi everyone. It's good to see you. I missed you this weekend. Hattie is very tired. It froze. Yeah, I don't know. My when I was testing, my computer says that I have an unstable connection, which so just let me know if anything goes wrong, but it seems to be okay on my end, so hopefully we're okay. So hi everyone. Adrian got her order today. That's great. Thank you. That's all thanks to Melicia. Hello, Jesus. Troll Patrol. The blue eyeshadow. Okay, guys, I'm wearing like purple eyeshadow today. And I was like really laying it on thick. Because in my bathroom it just looked kind of gray. And then I came out here and I was like, whoa. So yeah. It's like a violet blue kind of color. Oh, Colin's here. Hi, Colin. Okay, so yeah, there's Missy. Hi, Missy. So yeah, we have, oh my gosh, we have so much to talk about. You like the eyeshadow? Okay, good. I was a little scared, but yeah, I'm into it. So yeah, this is my new hairdo, very Judy. You guys know I'm on like a Judy kick right now. And I did like wear a mask for the first time today because I had to go out. I had to take Henry to the vet and they're doing like curbside pickup. So I didn't actually have to, they like curbside picked up Henry out of my car. So I didn't actually have to go into the vet. And I also had to go to the studio. And so because the recommendations have changed on whether or not we should be wearing masks, I did wear one today. And I noticed that it kind of like, it gave me like sort of natural pigtails anyway, because the mask gives you a little indentation right here. So I was like, oh, this would be my new quarantine style. Henry is fine. He has a little, now don't get scared because I know we've been hearing about felines and coronavirus and everything. He does have an upper respiratory infection, which I've been suspecting for a while because as you guys know, he has asthma and he has regular breathing trouble, which is normally cleared up by his inhaler. But he lately I've heard some like gurgling in his chest, some like just congestion, and also like little boogers, which I have to pick, of course, because I'm his mother. So I have to like get up in my cat's nose and pick his boogers. You want to see my mask? I'll take a picture later. Yeah, so he's fine. One of the things they always ask is like, what's how's he sleeping, eating, all of that stuff. And like, how's his energy level? And I have to say, like, he's been totally fine. He's been playing more than usual. Appetite is never a problem with Henry. Like, he has the biggest appetite of anyone I know. Um, and he sleeps just as much as he normally does. But yeah, I think, he's just had a lot of energy. So I'm not really worried about him. He'll be fine. Don't worry, guys. So he's fine. And then I also went to the studio because I had some things to pick up, and yeah, there were a lot of people there. Well, not a lot, but like more than I expected to see. So yeah, I'm just trying to take the mask thing, the recommendations seriously and wear them. You pick your cat's boogers. It's a mother thing. It's a mother thing. So, oh my gosh, we have so much to talk about. So my mask is it's one of my cherry print fabrics. So I'll upload a picture for you guys later. It's very stylish. And I did just the pleated ones. I used the tutorial from Missouri Star Quilting Company, which my mom recommended. She's a really big fan of them, as you know, she's a quilter. So she used their tutorial and really liked it, and I watched it. She has like her name's Jenny Doan. She has like an 8-minute YouTube tutorial on how to make a pleated mask with ties rather than elastic, because elastic is really hard to find. And the ties worked great for me. I did not find it uncomfortable, and it stayed put. So, hi everyone. Yeah, so yeah, the mask went great. And yeah, let me know how you guys are doing with all that, because I do feel like, now that we have my nails, we have an actual recommendation from our government, which is nice. We know what we're supposed to be doing with masks. And so yeah, you have some. I have some spider web too to make a mask too. So yeah, it'll be fun. Fun. A pain if you wear glasses. Yeah, thank God I have contacts too. Because yeah, I know it is really hard. It's really hard with glasses. Okay, so it's mandatory in LA. Yeah, it's the thing to do right now. So yeah, they're not hard to make. Everyone, watch that tutorial. It's 8 minutes long. Yeah, the thing is, Michelle, there's no like this, and this has been my like concern about the masks all along, is that there's no one in authority telling us what we're supposed to be wearing or what healthcare providers need, and we're all just kind of guessing. And if you're just making masks for yourself, the pleated kind, at least this is my understanding, I'm not that authority, which I have been seeking. The pleated kind should be fine for those purposes. So it's just, you don't even need a pattern. It's just like you make these squares and then you make the pleats and you put a layer of interfacing in there, which helps with, the particles, and then you can do the ties. Yeah, my mom just gave the name of the company, Missouri Star Quilt Company. Okay. Yeah, I have been frustrated, and as well with just not really knowing what to tell people. And here in New York, there was an actual email address that you could write to if you had sewing equipment or sewing experience, so that you could get, supposedly, offer your company to make masks. And I wrote to it and followed up, and I never heard back. So, I mean, I was hoping that we could, like Melisha and I could actually use our, Charm Patterns resources to help make masks, but like, government approved mask, and know where to send them and what they needed. But they just I mean, obviously the whole healthcare system is completely overloaded right now. So I get it. But yeah, there hasn't really been like, and then the CDC waffling on whether, we as civilians need to be wearing them or not has been super frustrating too. But yeah, as people say, like, anything is better than nothing. And, if anything, they'll keep you from getting other people sick if you have to go out. we don't know if they actually prevent us from getting sick. So, I mean, that's all I really have to say about it is except, you know, because like I said, I don't really want to be the one giving official recommendations, but we do know that the CDC now recommends that we wear them. And as far as I know, these pleated ones with ties should be fine, and they're super easy to make, and you don't need a pattern. So, better than nothing. Okay. So, yeah, exactly. So, you know, even just trying to get people donations, like even just trying to call people, figuring out where those donations should go, like that is putting an extra strain on the system because who's answering those phone calls? Who's able to take those donations? Like it's just everything is like really a mess right now. So, yeah, yeah, yeah. Realistically looking for mass production. Yeah, I mean, I kind of figured anything is better than nothing. And yeah, it was kind of frustrating too for me because our governor did put forth a call like who's going to help us next. And I was like, me. And they didn't really specify like who they meant. So I don't know. I mean, I think all we can do now is just like protect ourselves and the people around us. And the best thing to do is to protect people around you is to wear a mask yourself. So, all right, that's all I really have to say about masks. Should we talk about nails now? Should we talk about nails? Because I did tell you guys that I'd been worried about how to do my nail fill because you know I had that black manicure and it was like really growing out and I was really sick of the black, and so I ordered supplies to do my own nails. I watched one YouTube video called Dope on a Dime about doing your own acrylic fill. And I ordered a bunch of supplies. I was not dope on a dime, I have to say. I spent a lot of money on the supplies. I got the first thing I got was this little Kiss acrylic nail kit, and it has everything you need to do acrylics like from scratch. Like it has the actual like tips and nails in there too. It has powder, primer, acrylic liquid. It has this apple scent thing you can put in the liquid to like make it not smell so wretched, but it still smells totally disgusting. Like a buffer thing, nail file. I think you could probably get by if you were just doing a fill. You could get by with just buying an acrylic powder, a primer, and an acrylic liquid. So like those three things. You spent out. I know it took me so much time just to figure out what I needed to get. So those three things would have done it, but it was kind of nice to be able to just order a kit, and I ordered it direct from Kiss. And then I got a drill by Melody Suzi, which I like that name a lot. Melody Suzi nail drill, or Scamander. So this was really hard to learn how to use, guys. You got to be really careful with this. This is rechargeable, which is nice. So it just has this little like base thing, and then the drill goes into it, like the little wand thingy goes into it. And you have to be really I would say keep it on a low speed. You can work your way up if you want, but like the lowest speeds, if you touch your skin with it, it won't hurt your skin. Once you start going up to the high speeds, you can really, really hurt yourself with this. This is why you need to be like certified and licensed to do this stuff, guys. So I got one of these. There are cheaper drills out there, but none of them had shipping anytime soon. So I got the only one that was like delivering quickly, and this was like $60. And then I also, because I do like to do gel polish, I also got a gel lamp. This was like $30. And then, you know, I ordered so much nail polish. I got, though I will say this was really fun. The thing about my local salon is it is definitely dope on a dime in there, because it's like, they don't have no OPI, no, you know, whatever the brands are that people have. It's like brands you've never heard of, or they're just like, they have numbers on them. So I got the OPI. It was so what I'm saying, it was nice getting like the luxury brands, which I've always wished that my salon carried. So I got the OPI gel top and base coat, and then I got like a ton of colors. But the red I used this time was OPI red. So yeah, it was like just a really simple 25-step 4 hour long process for me. I had to start by like drilling off the polish that I was already wearing, and that was probably the scariest part. When I did my first nail, I was just like, I can't, I'm done, I can't. I'm just gonna have to wait till my acrylics fall off, and it'll be fine. And someday I'll be able to go back to a nail salon. But then I kind of just I turned the speed down, and then I was like, okay, I can do this. And so getting the, no, I didn't do acetone. I just drilled it off, which is how they remove it at my salon. So that's how I got the first color that's how I got the black off. And then let's see, I trimmed the tips down and like reshaped my nails. And then I did the fill with the acrylic. And that was probably the hardest part to kind of get the feel for, because you take a brush. Oh, that's the other thing you need if you don't get a kit. You're going to need like an acrylic brush. You take the brush, you dip it into the liquid, and then like scoop up a little bit of the powder into like a little ball, and then kind of mold it onto the bottom of your nail. I just feel like you probably have to have a lot of practice to really get that right and kind of brush it up to kind of fill in the bottom. And the hardest thing for me was I kept getting the acrylic on top of my cuticle, and then I kind of had to drill it away later. So that was a whole thing. Okay, so I did the fill, and then I did a little more shaping and like buffing and stuff of the surface. And then I did the gel manicure on top of that. So they look, I know, I'm going to give my nail guy the biggest tip when I see him again. But yeah, they look pretty good. I'm pretty impressed with myself. I mean, I think when I do the video this week, like you're going to see, like for Patreon, I'm going to be like up close and personal. And you're and you're going to definitely see some little imperfections in there that you would not normally see if Johnny was doing my nails. I miss you, Johnny. I'm missing your garbage at doing nails. I don't believe it. So yeah, I was really pleased with the shaping I did on them. I felt really, really confident about that. Yeah, it was just like working with the acrylic that I found really, really trying. But I'm so happy to have red nails back. I feel like myself again. And yeah, I do feel like I can get through this on my own. And my big worry was that I was gonna like give myself some sort of like bacterial infection or something. I don't know, but I don't know. Then I thought like it's probably safer to do it at home than go into a salon. I mean, there's less bacteria, right? I guess. So I was really I mean, as we all are now anyway, like very vigilant about washing my hands between the steps and all that. So yeah, it was fun. I used to do my own nails all the time before I had acrylics. I just did my own manicures. I really I like painting my own nails. I do have a little bit of practice with that, but it was like doing the acrylic myself was really was quite trying. Only if I share my implements. Okay. I'm not sharing with anyone. Yeah, so I will say it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, and I'm really glad I did it. I'm feeling more dope now, somewhat on a dime. And yeah, so if you want to see that video, the girl who made the dope on the dime video on YouTube is really cute, and she makes it very like accessible. Because she was like, this is just my first time trying this kit, and she was adorable, and it was very helpful. So that's my nail update. I'm feeling good, feeling fresh, feeling dope. And so the other thing, are there any questions about nails before I move on to our next order of business? I did not use nail tips. I just filled in the bottom because I just have acrylics. I don't know all the different, I don't know what a dip is, and I don't know all the different terms, but yeah, so I have acrylic, and I guess it's like over my actual nail, and then I just like once a month I get it filled in at the bottom and then re-manicured. It was kind of nice though, because I don't really like yeah, like I don't like having my cuticles cut. Like I feel like Johnny, he's great, but he's a little rough with me, and I always yell at him. We have a funny relationship. It's okay that I yell at him, but I yell at him because he's like, he's very rough with the drill and the cuticle cutter, and I'm like, I'm very gentle, like, I'm a delicate flower. That's what I always tell him. So yeah, it was kind of nice having control, having that control back. Um, so yeah, who does my hair? Well, I do it lately. Missy, who is here, Melissa LaFond, usually does my hair for my shoots. She's also done my cut and color before, but right now I am completely uncolored, and which you can see. And I get my hair trimmed like every 6 months here in town, pretty much. Missy, you gotta fix me up when I see you again. We're gonna do some real color. Um, yeah, Missy's the best if you're in California. Preen break. So yeah, I did my pillow rollers last night, and they kind of all curls fell out a little bit. Don't come now. Oh, don't worry. Don't you worry. I'm not even leaving my house again. Yeah, so I did my pillow rollers. They kind of fell out because I was wearing the mask and I was sweating a little bit. It's warm here today. But yeah, I just did some little elastic bands here. Um, you're a hot mess. I think we all are right now. It is pretty healthy. I mean, that's a nice thing about not dyeing my hair. Um, very Judy. All right. So, okay. I'm just reading some of your comments here. All right, everyone. Should we talk about the next order of business? The next order, oh, hold on, I gotta fluff my pigtail. Hmm. Hmm. The next order of, oh, what's the name of the product I spray on my hair? I do 50/50 with it. It's called Lotta Body, all one word. Um, so you can get it on Amazon. Missy is the best. Okay. So the next order of business is to give you a little update on the next Charm Patterns release. Because you've heard my tale of woe, which is that our usual printer for our pattern tissue is closed now indefinitely due to coronavirus. So I have 2 new patterns that are raring to go right now. We were planning on releasing this month. So we've been exploring alternate options. The first one, okay, so just to like give you a little backstory, just so you all understand what I'm talking about. So with the patterns, we have one printer who does the envelope and the instructions. So like, here's like the Princess Coat booklet. So that booklet and the envelope are done by one printing plant, and they are still open. The printing plant who does the tissue is a different location, different company, and they're the ones who are closed. So I can't get the tissue, and it's kind of indefinite when they're going to be reopening. The earliest it would be April 19th, but I kind of doubt that. So we've been looking into other options, and I've mentioned here the first option was that we would just release in PDF, because I don't want to delay the release when we could just go into PDF, and people are kind of getting used to PDF now since that's how we're doing Patreon. People are at home, they're printing at home, they don't want to leave. So that was the first option. But then I started talking to the people who do the booklets and the envelopes about printing with them, printing the patterns with them as well. Yes, I do have downloadable patterns. So that's always an option. But it's a little scary because PDFs are only about 15% of our business. So that's why I was kind of scrambling to find something. So I know trying to imagine a release, like a new release where we only do 15% of the business where we did before, would be really bad for us. And we definitely wouldn't make back the money that we've spent developing these two patterns. So I really want to have a print option available. And also because people like print, I like print. And we're still shipping. So if we can get the patterns, we can ship them to you. So I have been talking to these printers about printing the patterns with them, which means that the patterns would be on heavier paper. So if you've ever used the patterns in my books, you'll know that they are smaller sheets, they're heavier paper. And for the books, you have to trace because they're double-sided. So we're kind of exploring now, but we're looking at very lightweight paper, which would be one-sided that you could either trace or cut. Okay. I know a lot of people, you hate tracing. Yeah. So some people love tracing, some people hate it. Anyway, everyone has their yeah, see, some people love the heavy paper patterns. Okay, but I know I'm getting you guys excited and I'm bringing you back down to reality, because the thing about the heavy paper is that for our patterns with all the cup sizes that we do, so we do sizes 2 through 20 and A through H cup sizes. So with all the sizes and cup sizes that we do, it's not just like 1 or 2 sheets of paper. It's 8 and 9 sheets for these two new patterns. And I consider these to be relatively smaller patterns, like compared to the princess coat or the L'Amour dress or something like that. So 8 or 9 sheets. Another downside is the sheets are relatively small, so some of the pieces have to be like pieced together when you trace them, or taped together. So if you've used like my Jiffy Dresses book, the popover dress, the pieces were so wide that you had to like tape 2 pieces together before you cut them out. So there are going to be 2 potential pieces like that in one of these patterns. Okay, so let me get to the downside. We've gone through several pros and cons now. Let me get to the major con of this heavier paper and why we don't do it already anyway. It's very heavy. So if you have, for instance, 8 sheets of it and one of our really comprehensive booklets and one of our accordion style envelopes, do you want to know how much one of those patterns is going to weigh? It is going to weigh 1 pound, 2 ounces for one pattern. Okay, so we're releasing 2 at once, which would mean that if you want to order both patterns, you're going to be at 2.5 pounds just for 2 sewing patterns. It's not a huge deal for domestic because we have great priority shipping rates here in the US. So it's going to be about $7 if you order 2 patterns. And I think that's really reasonable. You get it in like 3 days. But our patterns are already pretty expensive for international shipping because we just don't make that low limit to have it under parcel service, because our patterns they're just very comprehensive. They have lots of sizes. So, and they're thick. So they're like little books. So for international, to ship both of these patterns, it would be $33. So, yeah. So we're kind of thinking, and this is where I'm landing, is that we do it, but we do a limited run. I'm thinking maybe, well, you don't need to know the exact quantities, but probably about half of what we normally print. And for people in the US, it's going to make a lot of sense. And for people who really love the heavier paper, we just call this a limited edition. Um, and I'm just going to be really upfront with people that this is, I would not recommend doing this if you're international, unless you don't mind those higher shipping charges. So yeah, you can use them as weights. Yeah, so I I think that, I mean, like I said, I mean, I think it's easy for people who are outside of the business to say just do PDF. But if you could just kind of put yourself in my shoes where you're imagining releasing a new product and only getting 15% of the usual orders that you get for a new release and having spent thousands and thousands of dollars on these products already, I think you kind of have to look at both of the pros, all the various pros and cons. And I don't know. I think we're going to lose money if we don't have these out in print from the start. So that's kind of what we're thinking. But I'm still exploring a couple other things. Another option is potentially having double-sided printing. I don't even know if that's possible, but it would reduce the weight some, obviously. Yeah. So that's kind of what we're thinking. What about you pay for a paper pattern now and can have a PDF, but get a regular pattern later? Yeah, I had some little brainstorms along those lines too. I'm a little scared to do that because I just don't know how long this is going to go on, and none of us do. And I think we all want to be back up and running soon, but it could be 6 months. Like, I mean, I just don't know if it's smart to be promising to ship things later when I don't even know. I have no idea when that plant is going to come back up. When they do, are they going to have the same staff? Are businesses like that going to weather this at all? Like, I mean, I hate to go there, but like, I just don't know. I don't know what I can promise at this point, and I don't like taking money for things that I don't know that I can get you. So, yeah. So the more I kind of go back and forth on it, I'm kind of like leaning towards the limited edition for now. And yeah. Yeah, I do think being realistic is yeah, it's just what we got to do. And also looking at the pros and cons. So yeah, I can't promise anything, and I can't take your money now for tissue printing later because I just don't know when it's going to happen. So yeah. And I'll have to set up a tissue printing side business. Yeah. Yeah, it is a hard decision. It is. It is a very hard decision. So we'll figure it out. We will figure it out. Yeah, so I think, like I said, kind of like the plan for having the limited edition will be really great for people in the US, not so great for people outside of the US. And then PDFs, of course, are always going to be available. So, yeah, we're shipping everything that you buy. Anything you can buy from the pattern right now is shipping out like within one business day, thanks to Malaysia. Yeah, so that's kind of the plan. We will probably be launching a pre-ordered this week. So just give me a couple days to put that together. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Anna. That's really sweet to hear. So yeah, I think we're gonna put together a pre-order this week. So within the next couple days, we can get this going. Oh, the other great thing, I forgot to tell you another pro about this whole thing is that that plant says that they can get things back to us in 7 days, which is a crazy turnaround time. And that's from when we approve all the proofs. So I would think we would get the pattern in maybe 2 weeks, and then you got to give Melisha some time to ship them all. And we love you, Melisha. And yeah, so that would be great. I think why not? And then as soon as I can get the tissue for you guys, I will. And I will say, if you want deals on, yes, please. Yeah, let's all be patient with Melisha. Send her lots of internet love. Yeah, so it's gonna be great. And and as soon as I can get you the tissue, I will. I promise. And we'll do another release. And if you're looking for special deals on all this stuff, I would say if you're not part of our Patreon, do check out the princess level tiers, because that can give you discounts on the print patterns, and also just the PDF release when it comes out. So do look into that if you're looking for a special deal. You want Melisha autographs? Aw. Lisa's a princess. You're all princesses. Yeah, so it'll be okay. Melisha's gonna be fine. We're just gonna send her lots of support. You can have, I'll be putting up, we're just gonna get it all. You're gonna see all the pictures this week. So maybe I'll do a little sneak peek. The princess levels have gotten a sneak peek of one of them. So yeah, that's another thing I do on Patreon, is I give little sneak peeks in advance for the upper tiers, and sometimes the lower tiers too. So you might see in advance what's coming out. Just excited. Yeah. So yeah, what a time. What a time to be in business. What a time to be a small business owner. So much excitement every day. The uncertainty like keeps you on your toes. And yeah, it's gonna be great. Which kind of, have I talked about the dress I'm wearing? I haven't. So this is the night so this is the night and day bodice, but I made some changes to it. I did these little tie straps. So I just like extended the square neckline straps like 7 inches or something. I can't remember exactly. And then just did these like little knots on top. And then I just did a gathered skirt, and I put a little square pocket on it. In this Walmart bandana print. Thank you, Michelle. Yeah, I think, yeah, I mean, just having your support right now is really, it means so much. And I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good about our chances in all of this. I feel like we're so far doing great. And yeah, it's just kind of trying to figure out how to, all these new situations that keep coming our way every day. So the other thing, okay, so this is kind of the next thing I wanted to talk about. This this is sort of a related topic. Thinking about, like, I spent the weekend, well, I wasn't technically working, but I did think a lot about Patreon projects and things that we have coming up. And I talked a little bit about this on Friday too, is like just learning to be more flexible with the things that I planned. Because everything's changing every day. And which kind of leads me to what I started thinking about over the weekend. And honestly, it was sort of triggered by a a marketing email that I got from Nordstrom. I mean, not to like, I'm not like calling anyone out here. It was just funny to me because the marketing email was like, get your sexy summer sandals or something like that, like strappy, sexy. We've got everything you need for summer. And I was just like, what? I don't know. It was just so weird. It's so weird to me. Like, I'm kind of wondering if we're going to be leaving. I don't think we're going to be leaving our houses this summer, guys. So, yeah, I mean, I just feel like we all kind of have to like adjust what we're doing to life as we know it right now. And I feel like I could easily fall trapped to the same sort of tone deafness that I see some companies um, give me a word. Where's Donna? Purporting? No. um, sexy sandals for quarantine. Yeah. So okay. So I feel like summer for me is like a big time for me for Charm Patterns. It's a big time for like sundresses, party dresses. Like that's when I mean, honestly, we do that stuff all year round. Perpetuating. Yes. Yes. Thank you. Um, I, so I think I'm just worried. And also, like, do I want to be wearing party dresses this summer? Probably not. Like, I think we're just kind of I think I just want to be cautious. Um, because I don't want to just go all summer releasing sundresses, beachwear, party dresses when it's just like we're not leaving our houses, you know? But it also kind of got me inspired to maybe rethink a little bit what we're doing this summer. I mean, the great thing is that with Patreon, we have a lot in the works, and we also have a lot of things that we could develop very quickly for Patreon. So I'm kind of leaning towards maybe trying some things that are a little more quarantine friendly. But it made me think about like, what do you guys want to be sewing right now? I mean, besides masks. Like, because I think we have to remember that sewing is going to feed us creatively. Um, Sewing is important, like, and sewing for yourself and doing the kinds of projects that you like to do and that you would be doing anyway is important to like retain some sort of normalcy. So I think for some people that might mean, yeah, I'm going to sew sundresses and I'll wear them around the house, and then when this is over I can wear them out and I can kind of dream about when this is all over. And it like feeds me to keep creating things that I think are fabulous. I think another way to approach it would be, I want stuff that is more practical for this life right now, for staying home, for being comfortable, for things that we can wash a lot. So the great thing is that coincidentally, the May Patreon project is already in this world. So without me even knowing what was going to be happening right now, and I have another project coming out for you guys that is going to be what you want, what I'm seeing happening in the chat right now. But then just kind of thinking going forward for June, July, August, like maybe we put some of these dresses on hold, or the more, I'm not saying we're not going to wear dresses, because obviously we can lounge, right, Hattie? We can lounge on our couches and wear dresses. But dresses that are more like for around the house, or separates, or capris, or yeah, I mean, I have a lot of really specific ideas and I don't want to like give them all away right now, but I'm kind of getting excited about it. And I also think that this is the kind of stuff that I've had in my inspiration boards for a long time, and then it always gets kind of pushed to the side because I'm like, I need another sundress pattern, or I need another like fabulous dress pattern. But this could be really fun to like actually make these projects a reality, and then they're part of the Charm Patreon library forever. So yeah, I'm just kind of reading your comments. Stuff for cleaning, working in the garden, baking, etc. Yeah, I don't know. So that's kind of what I'm thinking right now. Yeah, it's definitely a good opportunity to explore stuff that I probably wouldn't have because I want to be doing like fantasy stuff. It will still be fantasy stuff. Don't you worry. We'll still be doing the fantasy. But yeah, I think I'm just kind of feeling inspired by that idea. And wide leg pants, love that. And yeah, I'm not saying there won't be dresses still. And let's face it, if you want dresses, I've designed a few of those those patterns. The fantasy is pockets. Lucy Ricardo's wardrobe. Yes, Colin, you know. You know. Okay, guys. So for you people who keep asking me for videos, did you know, guys, that in the past 2 months, I've released 9 hours of new video tutorials on YouTube? Did you know that? Did you know that that's more than Tiger King? It's right. It is, right? You know, I still haven't watched Tiger King. But I mean, how about that for like some serious release of new tutorials and new videos? 9 hours. 9 hours, people. You saw my post. See, Tiger King is only 7 hours. So I want to, I want to be trending on Netflix next. 9 hours, everyone. Don't waste my time. I'm not gonna watch it. So I just want to say that because I keep seeing requests for video, and I'm like, guys, I've just released more video than I did in the last few years combined. So, and also video isn't really that easy to do on your own. So it's not like I'm going to be whipping up a bunch of like really high quality video for you in quarantine. So if you could just kind of be realistic about what you expect from me during this time, that would be nice. I am definitely going to be filming new stuff, but just keep in mind that when I film, I usually have not only Malaysia here, but two cinematographers, and we work with 4 cameras, okay? And each of those videos takes a full day to edit. So, just to kind of, yeah, I've seen a lot of people suggesting that I just make more video while I'm home. I'm like, it's not something I can really like replicate easily. I can give you iPhone videos. I can give you this. Yeah, so um Netflix can drop off some equipment. Yeah. Netflix, where's my Netflix money? I am the next Tiger King. Um I know. I know you're not demanding. I'm just saying. I'm just like trying to be realistic. Um I'm just being realistic about what we can do. And also I just really want to like, I mean, obviously, I've been patting myself on the back the past day. I'm just going to continue to pat myself on the back about that number of hours that I've released on YouTube this month. I don't want to be the next Tiger King. Yeah, do you guys like notice how I have no idea what Tiger King is about because everything I say about it is wrong? But yeah, I love my hour with you guys too. And I'm just ribbing you. I know I know you're not demanding things of me. I'm not being cranky, Mom. Don't worry, I'm still being cheerful. How could I be anything but cheerful with these pigtails? I look forward to these hours too, guys. This is really fun for me too. And for Hattie, obviously. She's joined me again. Hattie was very upset when Henry and I left the house together this morning. So, she's like, that was very weird for her, I think. So she's been like glued to my side all day. So Sarah just asked for a gathered skirt tutorial. I do have a gathered skirt tutorial. It's 2 hours long. It was produced by Good Housekeeping TV. So if you search Gertie gathered skirt on YouTube, you will find that. Some might say that was my claim to fame on YouTube. It has like 1 million views or something like that. We have a little high school age intern, and Melisha, do you remember how she was like very impressed with me when she saw that I had a video that has like 1 million views? She was like, "Oh, like." So that's my claim to fame with the high school crowd. So yeah, dude, 100 of the views are from you, Sasha. Thank you for making me cool with my intern. Um, Hattie, no licking on the couch, please. Thank you. Yeah, so a gathered skirt is really easy to do. You really just make a rectangle. So in that video, I show you how to like gather it into a waistband and do a lap zipper and all that stuff. But if you want to just do a gathered skirt like on a bodice like this on the night and day dress, you're just going to cut a big I didn't even do side seams in this. I just cut a big rectangle, and I like my skirts to be big. So like this one isn't that big because I ran out of fabric, but like 4 to 5 yards wide, and then the length that you want, and then just gather it at the top and do a seam up center back. If you want a big pocket, you can always do a big patch pocket. You wondering what I'm talking about, Hattie? Am I disturbing your nap? Oh, I'm glad you guys are enjoying the live streams. It's really fun for me too. This is the night and day dress, and I changed it to have a little tie right here. All right. So, those, oh, I'm sorry. Am I bothering you? Those are all the topics that I had for today, and we're almost at 6 o'clock. So, yeah, I love you guys. Thank you for joining me. So, and yeah, thank you for like hearing me out on all my pros and cons about the new patterns and Anger the Chihuahua. I know. Hattie, are you mad now? You mad at mommy? See, now everyone can see your beautiful face. So yeah, thank you for hearing me out about the new patterns, and you will be seeing those come up for pre-order this week. I mean, we're gonna go for it. So, and the other nice thing about that is that that means that we'll be on track to release the rest of the YouTube and Patreon content for this month. So, speaking of excellent YouTube content, we'll have another whole other hour's worth of YouTube content this month, and a whole new hour of video on Patreon. So very excited about all that. It like corresponds to one of the new patterns. So that's why the timing has been like a little iffy. But speaking of like video production and all that, the video that's coming out on YouTube is like seriously the best video we've made so far, just in terms of like the way it looks and the way it's shot. And I know that when Melisha and I both looked at it, we were like, yes, we've finally like, this is what we were trying to achieve. Because like sewing video is really hard. You need a lot of different angles. And we felt like we'd really gotten what we wanted. It looks how we want it to look. And I'm a little sad because now we're like we're going to be taking a few steps back because I will not be able to have my team here to shoot the next month of content, but we're going to do what we can. And but we filmed all this before quarantine, so you're gonna have some great, really, really super snazzy, polished, amazing Netflix level, Tiger King level of productions. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna stop saying anything about Tiger King because I obviously have no idea what it's about. Um, yes, Netflix level. All right. So thank you guys. Um, thank you guys. It's so good to see you all again. And we'll come back tomorrow, same time, same place. And I'll probably have some new I'll have some Tiger Queen. I'll have some new updates for you, I'm sure. So I hope you all have a good day or night or morning or whatever it is, wherever you are. And I will see you tomorrow. Okay? Goodbye. Mwah.